Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it.
What's up, everybody?
This is a place to be. Right now, we are on Let's Get It Morning Podcast.
Got an echo.
Well, this is the microphone. This is the microphone. Can't think much about it. Can't do much about it with the mic out loud.
Let's use this.
Okay.
We're on the echo. Pass that.
Check. Oh, that'll work. So,
Can't do the echo. I turn echoes off.
once again, but can't do that because it's not gonna pick up for the radio.
That was on.
We need these for the radio.
Both of them?
Yeah. I need it. Yeah, because this is the one that goes to the radio station.
Say something.
Testing 1, 2. Is the message
There you go.
light on.
Turn that green.
Testing 1, 2.
It's just because
That one last week.
It's because it was probably turned down more.
Go ahead.
Yeah, boy, here's the place to be. So let's get it, morning podcast. I'm here with K-Way. And what are we here for? Tell us the name again.
Survive the Real Radio Show
That's
slash
right.
podcast.
That's right. We are here to discuss what is hot in hip hop and what should not be hot in hip hop. Because hip hop has been fairly destructive nowadays, and we want to just provide, a counterculture to that. So tell me a little bit about yourself, K-Way.
So, like you said, my name is K-Way. I am a recording artist. I do spoken word, also a photographer and a teacher by career
Take
choice.
this. It's a little stronger. There you go.
Like you said, my name is K-Way. I
Mic down.
am a recording artist. I am a photographer. I'm a teacher. I do spoken word. Anything creativity-wise, music-wise, anything faith, fashion, music, and photography, you can find a girl doing it.
Just like that. And that's beautiful to hear. Just staying busy, staying active. So I feel like with all the things that you do, you probably encompass a lot within your music also. So how long have you been making music?
Ooh, I've been doing music for quite some time. So I originally started doing music. Well, let me say this. I wrote my first song when I was in like the 8th grade.
Right.
But the first song that I recorded and I released was back in 2018, 2019 when I was a senior in high school. And from there, it's just been on the floor.
Okay.
From there, I just been getting to it.
Got it. So you said high school. Where'd you go to high school?
I went to Princeton.
Hey, go Vikes.
Okay, you like it?
No, I went to St. Anne's.
Okay.
But I went to Junior High.
Okay.
To get you married, Moorhead. I'm never gonna let it go. But so, you've been making music since high school. What would you say has been your favorite memory with making music so far?
I'll always say this, I'll always stand on this. My favorite memory or my favorite part of the process of making music is literally that process, like being in the studio, writing, the production, hearing everything come together, bouncing ideas off the engineer, bouncing off ideas of maybe like a friend or somebody who's like coming in, just chilling at the studio with you. But really just that process of seeing how a song starts as an idea and then finishing is just like, to me, it's just immaculate.
Right, for sure. And it's immaculate because there you are. You're being the creator.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that as an artist, it really shows you the power that you have within yourself. And I feel like time and time again, being in the studio and recording and writing music, it's like, dang, maybe I am really meant for this, or maybe I am really built to do this music thing. And then sharing it with other people and seeing their response, it's just like, this is kind of bigger than me. It's not just something that I'm just doing, but that it has purpose, that it has meaning behind it, that it adds and it benefits the lives of those who consume it, who interact with it. So.
Exactly, and we need more artists who think like that because I feel like that's probably one of the major issues that they don't account for how much influence their music has. So they just want to be, we're just in the studio having fun. We're just getting lit and not realizing the type of responsibility that is behind that. Because yes, you're getting lit, and that's cool for you to get lit, but you don't want your young listeners
Pouring it out to other people, absolutely.
Exactly. You want to influence them in a better light, and I feel like it's always a catch-22 because they say it's always on the parents to allow their children to consume what they want their children to consume. So, but it goes both ways.
Yeah, I too believe because this is something that I wonder when I listen to certain people's music. Like, are they really meant for this? As a person who I know God has called me to do music that has been spoken over my life so many times, and even just the way that I write and just the lane that God has me developing in right now. When I listen to other people, I'm like, are they even really meant for this? But I do think that we have to understand what our purpose is and understand where our passions come from. Some people look and they see like a lot of the mainstream artists, like the money that they have and the, from the guy's aspect, like the girls that surrounded them, the cars, the clothes, the money, and they have like this, I don't want to call it like an illusion, but they have this idea of what a life of success looks like. And so they want that. So they treat music as this kind of get rich quick kind of scheme. And
Exactly.
it's like, it's a lot more that goes into
So much more.
It's a lot more that goes into it. And I know even for myself, that I've seen that this is really just a game of consistency.
Yep.
You can be terrible at music, but if you're consistent.
Looking at you, Sexy Red.
Terrible at music, but if you're consistent with it, you're going to scale in that, and that's really with anything. Like when you're consistent in it, you're going to scale in that area, in that niche. But I think with a lot of people, if they understand their why, we would have better results when it comes to the music. And not to say that people are not music consumers or music lovers. I personally believe that music is a universal language. Like,
No, I feel you.
they say body languages, but I really feel like music is a universal language.
Of course, because everything is vibrations.
Right. Just look at how, as Black people, like we can vibe to anything. We can vibe to gospel music, we can vibe to R&B, we can vibe to jazz, we can vibe to Indian and Arabian music. Like,
As long as it's got a beat. And
pretty
it's
much.
we gonna get it.
Pretty much. But I do think that people, if they check their purpose behind why they do what they do, and not being so caught up on how things look or how the perception of what they see other people present, then we probably wouldn't have as many artists as we do.
No, that's for sure. And I feel like because the why is essentially their motivation, and you can't necessarily determine a person's motivation until digest their art.
Right.
And I feel like a lot of them, their why is that get rich quick scheme, like you said. So they're not really in it to express anything. They're not really trying to leave a message or make the world a better place. They're just, let's get this money.
Yeah.
And that's the downfall, because they don't understand that's where the devil lies in the game, is when you're chasing the money. If you're not chasing the creative and artistic aspect of it, you're gonna hurt yourself.
Yeah.
Every time.
I absolutely agree. And I think even on the flip side of that, like understanding again, like I'm gonna keep saying purpose, but like some things that are hobbies are not meant to be pursued as a purpose. You get what I'm saying? I do think that there should be creative spaces for people who like I like to write poetry, or I like to do music. There should be those spaces locally for people to gather and to experience people's different perspectives and different things like that. But as far as like the mainstream and like this is what as a society we're pushing, I think we should be very mindful of what we do allow our children to consume, even what we consume ourselves as adults and different things like that.
And I feel like we have to do a better job of like just publicly chastising the people who are putting out. Yeah, man, bring shame back. Shame 2025. All 2025. Shame.
No, I agree. I think that a lot of what we settle for, it should not be acceptable. I think that a lot of what music glorifies, and I know that we're going to get into some conversations about what is real hip hop. What does that look like? We were talking about it.
Oh, we about to show them in a second. Because it's on you up first.
Right, but I think that what we allow to become acceptable, we should be mindful of that, because I think that
very demure.
very demure, right? I do think that there is a generation of parents who do not agree with kids mimicking certain artists like Cardi B or Megan Thee Stallion or, NBA YoungBoy. When they look at
it's time.
Is it me?
It's time.
It's me.
It's go time. Go time.
Yeah. To let them identify my life that wouldn't do anything for me because we strive. People swear their opinions is facts, thinking that they always right. But how you perceive things can change in a drop of a dime. It's crazy that people don't value my life. Not that it was for them, but if it was, they probably wouldn't even know why. So sick and tired of people always using my life. Gotta send me up this salty, I barely even fleck up a fire, yeah. Anytime you start fresh, they gon' label you rookie, but they need you for the buckets. You bring a whole new flavor to the table. Salt of the earth, that's a heathen. Nameless, this the type of salt that's good for your heart, good for your health. This the type of salt that sets you apart, give you up. I do this for my mama and my daddy, nieces and nephews, my brother, my sister, and my friend, my whole family. Look, I'm wild about my gift. I'm really bad about my gift. You could say what you want, but just know that I'm not giving in, cause I know God to be true and every man to be a lie. If I give you the juice, then I could possibly die. So I gave it to God, cause he the one with the mold. You know he found with them shakes, slang the tape and he cold. When he made me, he was stopping the show, placed me in gold. He made it be show that when I grow, I consistently glow. Bye. So you've been doing this. Who does this? Yes. That was actually my first song that I released when I was a senior in high school. I just graduated from high school. Gotcha. So that was the first one? Yeah. You came in the game like that? Yeah. Hey, I'm not mad at it. He came out swinging. Mike Tyson. So who's some of your influences? I have quite a few. Number one, before I was like singing and R&B, especially being like a Christian artist, Jordan Armstrong. Okay. He was one of the first ones that I really seen doing this. Another person would be her, of course. I get compared to the likes of Aaliyah, Missy Elliott.
at some point, if you're not studying the craft and where it's come from, then you're not putting yourself into the craft.
You have to immerse yourself. I'm a firm believer in that, and that's as I said earlier, like that I have we're so many different hats, creatively. I realized that I really wasn't immersing myself in those areas. Everything was just kind of like surface level. So when people say, "Oh my God, you're reminding me so much of Aaliyah," when I finally made the decision to like, okay, maybe I should pursue this music thing on a deeper level than just like it being a hobby, just doing it for fun. I started to look at the people that people would compare me to and say, okay, what was their method or who did they work with? And so even that led me down the path of like discovering Static Major and Timbaland, looking how they do things. Oh, okay, I know. Like so, it's not just a one person type of show. Like it requires a village of people to coordinate.
People never realize how many people there are behind the scenes, pushing buttons, writing things down, taking notes, getting the coffee. That's important. Coffee is important.
Yes, tea for me.
Intern.
But just really studying them, and not that I was trying to like mimic myself after them, but more so understanding like the game, like not reinventing the wheel. I can do it K way, I can do it my own way, but for the greats and that niche that's kind of already been established, like what is common to them,
Right.
and how do I make that beneficial to me? Like what is my commonality with them? What is also my uniqueness, like separate from them,
Right.
and how do I build on top of that?
No, for sure. That's the way it gotta be. It's always gotta be step after step after step after step. Because if you try to do that long jump, you're gonna slip and fall.
Trust me.
Absolutely.
I know, and this time of just the bodies of work that I've been working on lately has been a lot more tactical and a lot more, okay, maybe I do need a team of people, and what does this team of people look like? How do they record in the studio? How do they manage? How do they hold me accountable on something? So it's been an interesting process, but it's a process that I'm grateful for because it lets me know that I'm thinking on a whole different level than just like, oh, I do this for fun.
Exactly. No, because you're not gonna be taken seriously until you take yourself seriously.
Absolutely.
So what you put into your craft is what you will ultimately get back. So if you're gonna spend that hour in the studio knowing you were going against a 2-hour minimum, then you're gonna get what you paid for.
Right.
You're gonna get a half track.
Right, and I be telling people all the time, this one guy, he charges like $100 per studio session. I love the beat, of course, but I'm tap in with him. I said, I'm probably gonna do about 2 hours, start out just to kind of get the workflow down.
Right.
And everybody was like, oh, I'm only gonna do an hour. And I'm like,
Ain't enough time to do nothing.
you ain't gonna have no time to do anything. And he was very clear about like making it work for a while, but I'm like, still, like you want to give yourself that space for creativity, for life, for conversation. This is the time I was in the studio. We ain't even know work. We're just talking the whole entire time.
Nah, because that's the thing, you gotta click with your engineers.
Right.
Because they have to understand who you are.
Right.
They have to understand how you work as an artist. Otherwise, they can't bring the best parts out of you.
Right. It's definitely a bonding thing, and I feel like that, people just, I don't know, have this like mindset of like, oh, I can go and I can record. I recorded at the studio a couple doors down, and I'm like,
Let's say this is the same vibe.
it's not it, and too, even with that was a very interesting experience, just with how they conduct their business and their rules and things like that. And I'm like, y'all were kind of way off.
Right.
With how y'all conducted things, and it's not really user friendly, if you will. Like,
Gotcha.
you have to be in a particular group to thrive.
Right.
And that, you talked earlier about people who's not really called to do this thing.
Yep.
And it's like, that's the type of people that y'all work with.
Yeah, exactly. not the people who really value.
Right. But it's definitely been a journey, even what I've experienced with going to different studios and recording. And I had to understand that when it's time to move, it's time to move.
Just like
I thought that a lot of the people that I worked with when I was 14 and 15 years old, and they're very vital to my story, they're very vital to the growth that I've had as an artist. But I feel like there was some of these people that I was working with forever,
Right.
and not understanding understanding that as you grow and as you mature, you'll come across different people who serve different purposes within your craft or within building that artistry.
Exactly, and it's like they say, some people are only going to be around for a season, but you don't realize or recognize that until the seasons change.
Right.
And you can't hold on to it. You got to continue to push forward and steadily grow. And go.
And I do think that with some people, things will come back around when you mature as an artist and they mature as an artist or creative to whatever capacity that they're in. And it's like, 5 years down the line, we came back and we created a masterpiece, but that in between time, those seasons in between, there was needed development separately that you couldn't get together.
Right.
And so I was like, this is interesting, but when you do come across people who support you and pour into you, even if it's beyond their expertise for that season, you hold on to those words, you hold on to those, that influence, you treasure it, and you know, let that be like a stitch, a part of what you're developing, that catalog, that discography that you're building. And even when you are at your core, you have to kind of let those things stick and find a purpose for them.
Exactly. No, that's what I've always done with myself. So as an artist, so my rap aim is advance, and my aim as advance is to personify progression. So it's always about moving forward, going forward, not looking back, and taking every step, every stumble, everything that you experience, and just keep pushing forward, because it's never gonna stop. It's never gonna stop unless you give up, and that's the one thing you can't do.
Absolutely, I agree 100% with that. I do have a question for you. What do you, or let me ask you like this: can you explain ways that you mimic, or not mimic, but you display progression in your own life, in your artistry?
Well, nowadays, a lot of music is pretty much blending genres. So I try to not throw myself into, just that hip hop box or that rap box. I try to implement as many sounds as I can. I've made some Afro pop beats. I've made some Afro pop songs. I've made some rock songs. I made some really good rock songs. And it's all just for the sake of expression. Because it's not so much about fitting into the box as much as it is about expressing what you're feeling in that moment. And that's what I aim to capture. Because that expression is what helps you, fuel yourself to keep moving forward.
Right.
So this is what I'm feeling now. Now let's see what I feel after I express it.
That's good. What is the demographic that you target with your creative artistry?
Too broad. I need to figure out a way to fine tune it. So if maybe that's the thing. Like maybe each individual song has its own demographic, as opposed to here's one now. Okay. So this song is called Sin City is my old Cincinnati. Hope you guys enjoy it. Where should I begin? Homies really ain't your friends. Cause in the end, everybody wants to win.
Too many Jordans, not enough live, not enough game, so we go on and
Still drifting like homies different, but we all trying to eat. Meals are just reserved for the best, yet we all gotta be so much shade. Homies just can't find their way, just destined to wipe out. If they catch you riding waves, cause you can't surf on this turf. If you ain't down to earth, cause they may say they gon' support, while they barely even lurk. And that's all you can expect when everyone's looking for wreck. Ain't no love for the vets unless you came to sign some checks. Cause the streets is bleeding, the hoods is crying, while they say if we ain't eating, then we ain't trying. And then we do what we must, oh so defiant. Cause every matter's life or death, and homie, we don't plan on dying. And the city is in, and the city is in, where we get it in, and the city is in, and the city is in. Okay, so I got this part, the second verse, it just goes sin, sin. So if y'all want to get into it, just sin, sin. Alright, I'll give you the cue. And the city is in, and the city is in, where we get it in, and the city is in, and the city is in, where we living in, and the city is in, and the city is in. Okay, here it comes, Alright, 1, 2, 3. Sin, sin, you know that little itch that we were born within. That sin, sin, seeking weekly cleanings just to go again and sin, sin. It seems like a setup when I don't pretend it's gonna defend my ownership of my own life and those within. I sin. Cause I gotta beat the opposition. Not gon' give in to the pressure. Since to disrupt my ambitions. I'm from sin. And it's win-win. Nothing did friend. Never friendship. I got bills. I need ends, kids. I gotta get these plates. And about negative till in the bank. So I cannot be focused on change. Cause I gotta make sure I maintain. Pretty sure everyone's feeling the same. I don't know why you look at me so strange. It's not like I'm trying to be selling cocaine. Homies is dying. You don't feel a thing. Streets is in need. Families are weak. People don't give a I believe in peace, but we need to eat, and that's why we whipping it. It may not be me, but these are my peaks, so I feel no different. It might lead to the end of us, but quite frankly, we don't give up. We don't give it up before the city is in, and the city is in. Where we get it in, and the city is in, and the city is in. Where we living in, and the city is in, and the city is in. Where we get it in, and the city is in, and the city is in. Where we living in, and the city is in, and the city is in. Where we get it in, and the city is in, and the city is in. Where we living in, and the city is in, and the city is in. Where we get it in, and the city is in, and the city is in. Sin.
There you go. Look out there. That was my man Ace. I hear you, baby. It's your boy C-Dub. Let's get it productions right here.
Oh yeah. See, Doug, what's happening, brother? How you feeling back there?
What's happening?
How you doing up here?
I'm just enjoying you guys. I'm enjoying you guys. Hey, send a shout out. You guys, spread the word. Connect, download Busy One Radio. Go to Let's Get It Production YouTube podcast.
Yes, sir.
And kick it with us, man. We're gonna be doing this. We're gonna be doing this every third Saturday from 11 to noon. Just spread the word, and I'm gonna zoom in on this, guys. Right here, this is the team right here, and right here we got, look, we're called Behind the Real Hip Hop Talks. So with that, we're gonna have different artists on it. Hey, I want to ask you a question. I seen your YouTube. It was a YouTube. I seen your YouTube, and you had you was performing with 4 different artists, and what was the one guy named Big
Steve. Oh,
Big Steve. I know Big Steve, man. You guys was popping. Tell us how that came about, and tell us how often that you guys do that show. And my second thing is, I would love to. Is all them guys in Cincinnati?
Yeah, they do.
Oh man, can you guys perform one day? Would that be interesting? Maybe even a couple of them.
Yeah.
Tell us how y'all came about.
So that was the Lowell Cypher, Lowell 16 Cypher. Lowell is Light of the World Church. It's a church in Greater Cincinnati that's out of youth high school right now. And they had an Uncommon Award show. This was last month in September. And so one of the things that they did to engage the crowd was they did a cypher. So kind of like how you have the BET Awards, they have like a cypher, a little freestyle stuff. So we were handpicked by Nikita Shante. Shout out to her.
Shout out to Nikita.
Shout out.
We were handpicked by her. It was me, Big Steve, my brother Justice Bless. We're also part of the Tribe Bless. 1G, D-Mob, and K-Drama.
K-Drama. I know K-Drama also.
Yeah, so
They
we were
performed at our church before. K-Drama, Big Steve. It was years ago at Ebenezer Second Baptist Church.
Yeah, those are the OGs. They've been doing it for years. They got a lot of skin in the game. And so we all got selected to do the cypher, and then we just had this big meetup at Thomas Recording Studio. So shout out to Evan.
Shout out.
And so we were just in there, and we were just thriving off the energy of each other. And I'm like, wow, like me being the youngest person in here, but also being like the only girl. It just was like a monumental moment for me, because even my sister, she's out of singing group when she was a teenager. They used to sing with Big Steve and K-Drama, D-Mob, and do a lot of different events when they were 16. She's in her 30s now. And so it's kind of like history was repeating itself, and I kind of got a chance to work with people who have been doing it way before my time. So talk about like foundation and different things like that. But we get together often. We do a lot of shows together. I just did a show for Big Steve. This was last month on the 14th. I won Best Female Vocalist Award.
Oh, shout out to you. Congratulations.
Thank you for the Cincinnati Gospel Hip Hop Awards. So it was a great experience. So we did the video shoot, and I mean just everything from the recording process to the video shoot to the actual premiere of the show. It just was like very well executed. So I was grateful to be a part of that project.
Man, that was powerful. You didn't even know I seen that, did you? Huh? Did you send that to Tracy?
My mom probably did.
Man, it's out there. I'll send it to some people. I was like, fella, when I seen the guys that I knew and they seen you up there, man, it's powerful. It was like, it was powerful. It's powerful, you guys.
Thank you.
So I just want to let both of you guys know, you guys doing it, keep doing what you're doing, and I'm looking forward to any artists out there and just coming on. Let's Get It production stage. And I'm telling you, I have something big in mind where we gonna do something big here in Cincinnati. I haven't put it out there yet, especially I'm looking forward to it. And I'm really I've always been into gospel rap, you know. And then living in the times that we living in, going through so much, you guys, and you know, so I'm looking forward to doing some things with you both. I got something in mind for you. I got something in mind for you, but I got something big that's in the back of my brain. When I seen that video, it was huge. But I just want to send a shout out to you guys. Also, continue to pray for our community out here in Cincinnati and across this country. You know, we're losing so many of our young people with these gun violence, and I have to say this because I just lost my son about 3 weeks ago. So continue to pray for me and my family. And I tell young people, I work with young people, and I tell them the problem is this: is that they may have a beef with someone, but when you take that individual life, you're taking his life, and then when you get caught, just like they just caught the killer of my son, so now you destroy our family. Then you destroying your own family, and you destroying our community. So with that, we're gonna be doing something on that also. We'll continue to push no guns, to stop the gun violence. And this the kick. I've been fighting against gun violence for decades through my organization. So with that, it hit me at home back in 2018. I lost my nephew. He was handicapped. He got shot in the back 5 times for nothing in the apartment complex, Stanley Road. And now I just lost my son. Man, this is out here, it's real, and it's hitting our families. And just stay in prayer, because I believe that God is gonna answer our prayer. And I'm one that seriously believe in hope, because if I didn't believe in hope, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing. With that, I'm just turning it back over to you guys. So let's go, let's flow.
Let's go.
Get it.
So what you with? How did I do?
You did great. I love that. And as I was listening to it, I was like, it's kind of like I want to say it a long time. I don't want to use terms.
Fair.
But I felt like that you were speaking from 2 perspectives. Kind of like being put in a situation where we get into the money, but it's also talking about how we are in this predicament to get to the money, poverty and different things like that, but how we as a community typically return with the less that's given to us and make it something more. So I really love it. I feel like that's a song really for advocacy of just like what we go through, like what the hood experiences, what young people with this generation experiences when they are faced with poverty and different things like that.
For sure. No, that's basically it. Because what the city is in, any metropolitan area, any hood, if you will, there's gonna be some, or you know what, not even just a hood, just throughout the world, there's always this level of necessary evil. And that's that everyone has to, put themselves through, subject themselves to, and just get through it to get to the side where they can smile. But okay, whoo, it's over with now. Now I can relax a little bit. Lord forgive me for what I just had to do.
Yeah. And I think it's worth mentioning, even when C-Dub just said, being like prayer and just being active in the community to kind of stop that cycle before you even have to get to that necessary evil point of life. And we just did 2 lessons. Like I said, I teach in the CPS district. We just did 2 lessons, really 3: association, like we were associated with self-esteem and socially, emotional intelligence and emotional discipline. And a lot of the conversations that we had, like with emotional intelligence and discipline, we were talking about crashing out.
Oh, yeah.
And a lot of people felt like behind their emotions, they had to take it to the furthest extent possible to let somebody know you really hurt.
Right.
And so we had to talk about different ways to cope and understand like our triggers and stuff like that, and how that can impact us when we try to go into the workforce or when we try to go into education. So I really encourage anybody who has an influence in the youth to really stand up and to be a light and be different and tell them something different, show them a different way, because a lot of them, like we talking about hip hop, you know, with trap music and this culture drill music, they have like this mentality that you have to, it has to be a tit for tat. Like,
Exactly.
you know, it used to be like, oh, I'm gonna get to the money.
Yep.
And then the things that come along with getting to the money are now taking precedence over, like, I'm just trying to live a better life, just have a better quality of life.
By any means necessary.
Right. And so it's like we have to, as the older generation, we have to be better and more intentional about how we pour into the youth so that everything is
You're
not
tuned
just.
in to Busy One Radio.
Well, guys, look, that's about our time here. Let's Get It Pop Party Podcast. You've been behind the reel and you've survived. We're gonna see y'all next week. Make sure you check us out. Busy One Entertainment app, available on Google Play and the App Store, and that Busy One Radio app. Get them.
Peace.
Let's
Let's get it, baby.
Let's get it.
Let's get it.